Is breaking her right here. I just failed to mention as I was going through my list here. I failed to mention Miss Simmons, Jackie Simmons, in her college career in military readiness. She also helped lead the charge of the kindergarten GT screening there. So thank you also, Jackie, for doing that.
Good evening. We're very excited to be here with you this evening to share the success of our primary and intermediate students. I'm actually going to turn it over to Ms. Hubert because she's going to introduce you to some very important people.
All right, good evening, members of the board and Dr. Levatt. First, I just want to thank y'all for taking the time tonight to recognize these wonderful students and supporting us through this process this year. We have some great success we want to share with you. I'm going to actually let Ms. Richardson do the honors, but not yet. Before we do that, I also want to thank the parents, those of you that are here. I know it's a commitment. We roll this out in October every year, and it's a huge commitment on your part to bring your child in early or to pick them up late. And the age group that we serve, and those who can participate in UIL, this is a very strategic age in just exposing children to their interests and their hobbies and what they're good at. And so the fact that we can offer well over 20 events this year is huge, and a huge opportunity for these kids. So congratulations to all of them, and thank y'all. And also, I really want to take a minute to thank Ms. Richardson. She is a 4th grade teacher on our campus and our UIL coordinator for both the intermediate and the primary. She did an extraordinary job this year recruiting our teachers and our coaches and organizing the events, preparing the letters, and of course hosting this year on our campus. So if we can give her a round of applause. She's going to take over from here.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having us today. We're very excited to share with you about the success of these wonderful students. And on top of a shout out to the parents, I would also like to thank all of the coaches as well for the time that they dedicate to these students each day. You know, they would get there before 7 o'clock, and some of them don't leave till after 5. And so I appreciate the time that they dedicate to these students, as well as everything that Ms. Garza and Ms. Hubert offered as well. They're so supportive, and so we just appreciate all of them as well as yourselves. This year we did host, which was new, and so we were super excited about that. And we had 3 other districts that came and joined us. We had Cuero, Gonzales, Navarro, and ourselves. We served grades 1st through 5th, and there was a total of 323 students on our campus on that day for just 32 different events. So out of those 323, 106 of them were ours from the primary and the intermediate. We placed first out of all 4 districts, so we're very proud of that. Yes. And we had so many that placed from Vernia that we only invited our 1st and 2nd places here tonight. So from the primary, they had 31 students that participated. 21 of those students placed in some way or another. So, and then from the intermediate, we had 75 participants total, and 60 of those placed in some form or another. So I'm going to pass the mic over to these students. Again, these are some of our 1st and 2nd place medal winners, and I just want them to, they're going to say their name and what event and place that they received for you.
My name is Patrick Kavanaugh, and I placed 2nd in UIL Math.
My name is Addison, and I placed 2nd in UIL Spelling.
My name is Bryce Harvey, and I placed 1st in UIL Math.
Hi, my name is Layla Pullman. I'm in 3rd grade, and I placed 1st in UIL Storytelling. My name is Emily Kossop, and I placed 1st in 3rd grade UIL Ready. My name is Connor Foss, and I place first place in 3rd grade math. My name is Cooper Overacker, and I place first in chess puzzle and spelling. My name is Nevaeh Jordan, and I place second in chess puzzle. My name is Avery Keck, and I placed first place in UIL listening. My name is Hayden Mauser, and I placed second in 5th grade chess puzzles. My name is Melina Cortines, and I placed second in dictionary skills. My name is Riley, and I placed first in storytelling.
Hi, my name is Paisley Rico. I tied from first place by spelling.
My name is Adeline Moore in 2nd grade, and I won first place in creative writing.
This is Lily, and Lily placed in chess puzzle, 2nd place. We're so proud.
Thank you again for your time and again for all of your support for this. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Good job, y'all. Congratulations.
Now we'll have the UIL junior high recognitions. Mr. Fussett.
If I could have Ms. Hellman and all of our junior high students that are here come join me up front, please. Good evening, board, Dr. Levette, community members. This is a really special group of kids we have here tonight. These were our first and second place winners from our UIL meet that we held on February 2nd. And again, I just want to echo Mrs. Hubert's sentiments. Thank you so much for supporting this, and I thank our parents and our staff for supporting this. And I also thank our kids. They've just done a really tremendous job representing our school and showing off their knowledge and learning and working hard. And I also last person I want to thank is Mrs. Hellman. She's our sponsor for our campus, and she just does a tremendous job, puts in countless hours, and just always willing to help and do great things for our kids, and always coming up with great ideas to help us keep growing and expanding this program. And so at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Hellman.
Hello, everyone in front and behind. So ditto to what everyone has already said. Thank y'all for all of your support and everything. And UIL is, ever since, which I haven't been teaching that long compared to everyone else, but since I started, UIL has been a big part of my teaching. It's, of course, an extra that I do, but I love it because I know the kids love it, and I love seeing their faces when they compete and waiting for their results and getting their awards that they got today. So it's a pure joy for me. Like Mr. Cossip says, we hosted this year, which was a big ordeal for me. It was my second year to be the sponsor, but we hosted with, of course, ourselves, Gonzales, Navarro. It was only 3 schools, which was nice. Out of our students, we had 77 students compete, which resulted in 28 first place, 16 second place, 22 third place medals, 15 fourth, 11 fifth, and 12 sixth place ribbons. But as you see, the students that have their medals on, they have multiple ribbons because most students do not only do one event, they can do up to 3 events. And then also do writing as an extra, so some of them might do 4 or 5 events. So they do push themselves to high limits of before, after school, during school practices, and so forth. So we are very, very, very proud of them. Even though we only had 77 students, the entries, were way more. And also, as a district, which was only 3 of us, we ended up second. Overall district points, and also Sophia has our 7th grade first place medal. So our 7th grade were first place this year, and 6th grade were second. So I was very proud. Honestly, I was more proud of myself that I survived the day. I ran around with chicken with my head cut off. I've never had a walkie-talkie before. Mr. Costa talked to me multiple times, and I never responded. Because I didn't know what to do. I was so busy, I just didn't respond. So it was a great joy and a great fun. Of course, teachers, my coaches, I had community members that helped out with being speaking judges. I had National Junior Honor Society, I had National Honor Society students helping. So it was a community event. Everyone helped out, from the office staff to, like I said, teachers volunteering and so forth. So with us tonight, we have, if you say your name, you can raise your hand, Haley Knoll, David Flurry, Garrett Lamb, Vivian Norris, Preston Hensorn, Cullen Hass, Sophia Stewart, Michaela Lindsay, and Zachary Fair. And they all range from 6th to 8th grade, of course, because they're from the junior high. So thank you very much for this time and letting me recognize my students and their accomplishments. So I know I'm very proud of them, they're very proud of themselves, and everyone's very proud of them. So thank you. We have the state qualifying cheer team, Ms. Martin.
Good evening. At this time, I'm honored to introduce Coach Ring and our varsity cheerleaders. These young ladies put in countless hours of hard work, and it pays off. I'm going to have Coach Ring come up here and talk about some of the awards that they've received and some of the acknowledgments. Hi guys. Okay, I would like to express my appreciation to Dr. Levette and to the Board of Trustees for the opportunity to recognize these student athletes. This year, the 2018-19 Vernia High School state team placed in the top 20 for the fourth consecutive year, finishing 18th out of over 100 teams competing in the 4A division within the state of Texas. In addition to our team placement, we have also had several individual accolades, and I would like to recognize those now. For the All-Star Team Blue representing 1 through 4A, 1 through 4A combined, there were 12 girls chosen to represent the state of Texas at the All-Star basketball game this summer at the TGCA Coaches Conference in Arlington, Texas. Athletes were chosen based on skill, leadership, performance, and individual accolades. Athletes must be an incoming senior this next year. Those two athletes are, and please step forward when I call your name, Abby Dirks and Ashton Morgan. The following awards were available to current seniors only. The Legacy All-Star Team were 20 current seniors who were chosen out of all of 1 through 4A because they demonstrated leadership and excellence. Each girl represents the state of Texas as a member of the Legacy All-Star Team. Kara Shaw, Emma Fredericks, Carly Knight, Jordan Lubianski, and Gisela Soto. This next award is the All-State Award. This is equivalent to being All-State chosen for football, basketball, softball, anything like that. They chose 40 athletes out of all of 4A in the state of Texas. And those athletes chosen were Kara Shaw, Emma Fredericks, Carly Knight, Jordan Lubianski, and Gisela Soto. Academic All-State was an overall grade point average, which was 94 or above for their entire time in high school. Those athletes were Kara Shaw, Carly Knight, Jordan Lubianski, Gisela Soto, and Emily Palmer, who was not able to be here this evening. In addition to these individual awards, Kara Shaw and Gisela Soto were selected this weekend as UCA staff, which is a prestigious honor. This is the very first time in Vernia history where we have had both athletes who have applied for this selection actually be chosen. So you two, please step up because I am so excited about this. Along with supporting various athletic teams, the Vernia Cheer Program also donates over 100 community service hours each year. We would like to humbly thank the Vernia Central Office, the primary, the intermediate, the junior high, the high school, the athletic department, and the special education department for all of the opportunities that you've given us and helped us to give back. This helps immensely with their college applications. And I also want to say, in addition, each one of them will be continuing their education with a 4-year degree. They've all been accepted and will be continuing this after this year. Emma will be going to Ole Miss in the fall. Carly will be continuing her education at Texas Lutheran University. Kara will be going to Texas State and then transferring on to the University of Texas in Austin. Gisela is going to be going to Sam Houston State, and then Jordan has been accepted to Texas A&M in College Station. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and thanks for all that you do.
There's no public forum. Discussion and report items. We'll move on to discussion and action items. The consent agenda items to be approved in one all-encompassing motion if discussion is desired on a particular item will be removed from the consent agenda. The meetings from the February 18, 2019 regular minutes from February 26, 2019 special meeting, the financials, the budget amendment, and TASB update 112.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 6-0. Next item is consider and take possible action on a dual language Spanish immersion program model. Dr. Wood and Ms. Tabor.
I could probably just talk through this.
The PowerPoint is loaded in Workbook if you want to open that.
So we come to you tonight this is a result of several different meetings to discuss both the dual language and the Spanish immersion program model for Vernia ISD. And the last time we met, I believe it was Mr. Hurley asked for this to be an agenda item, an action item for tonight. And I guess I'd really like to start off by thanking you for placing this as an action item. And I would like to thank all of you, especially Mr. Good, for your patience in helping us to work through the process of listening and learning to the community about what's best for this program model. And as you all know, we had a program evaluation in the fall. We have a lot of work that needs to be done with both the dual language and Spanish immersion program models. And so through a lot of listening and learning and growing on our part, we believe we have come up with a way to keep both programs in place by shifting to a kinder recruitment model for both programs, keeping both programs in place. And then also shifting the model to what's called the Gomez and Gomez 50-50 model. So at your request, after the last workshop, I believe it was a workshop, we took the information back to parents and we had a parent meeting. It was actually the Thursday night before spring break, and I was again stunned and shocked and pleased with the turnout, the parents that came to give their feedback. And actually Dr. Cribb was there. Thank you again for your time as well. And we discussed all of the information that we really talked about in the meetings with you. And we overall had positive feedback from our parents and community about shifting to a kinder recruitment schedule and shifting to a Gomez and Gomez model. I would say it was not 100% rally behind it, but for the most part we had very positive feedback. We had excellent feedback from some of the classes that have already shifted to the 50-50 model. We had a number of parents that stood up and gave testimonials to the success of the program so far. I would say the biggest question mark about this is the community and the teachers want to really know that the district has a commitment to both programs.
it was loud and clear that they do not want to come back this time next year discussing the potential of these programs going away. So again, I commend you for placing this as an action agenda item because I think with your approval of shifting the program model in the two ways that we've discussed will allow us to continue both programs very well and will give us the necessary time to put the program pieces in place. So we are asking tonight for your approval to again shift to a kindergarten recruitment model for both dual language and Spanish immersion, and also shift to the 50-50 Gomez and Gomez model. Are there any questions?
Yeah. When were you looking to start this? What was it? Is this next year?
No, it would not be until
Okay.
20, what is this?
2021 school year, right? Starting in
Yes, 2021.
August of 20.
Yes, because 19 will go on
19
until
will-
20. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm having to think about this. Yes, not this coming fall, but the next fall.
But the next fall.
Yes, so that will give us this entire year to put all of those pieces in place. And if you remember, there were 6 different elements that we really need to focus on in terms of our program model and operating guidelines. We will need to do a little bit of shifting and repurposing of staff, of existing staff, because we won't have the need for the certified teachers, for 2 bilingual certified teachers at each grade level. So we have now a little bit of room to repurpose the position, to provide some coaching support to our teachers in the program, which is, as we talked, that's a really of critical importance.
So I thought at one point we had talked about moving it 2 years out, but I guess, based on what y'all looked at and how you want to structure it, that it would only be 1 year.
It would be, it would be.
On pause for 1 year.
On pause for 1 year.
Okay.
Right, because we have pre-K students now, so we'd essentially move those through, not recruit pre-K upcoming, and then just shift everything to kinder the following year.
And so the kinder recruitment would be that you're recruiting out of the class of kindergarten.
Right.
That is.
Anyone who would
registered.
potentially be in pre-K and kinder, anyone starting kindergarten.
Okay.
Yes.
So would the 50-50 model start a year?
That would
away as
also,
well,
yeah,
or-
great question. That would start 1920.
So that part starts immediately?
That part starts immediately, so we need
Okay.
to get, the professional development and get some things going for that, which is actually going to help with our program model provisions and all those pieces, since we'll have a defined model.
Okay. Is that a whole lot of extra work that needs to be done to get to that point, or
No.
we're gonna pick up kind of where we're at?
I'm gonna actually let Kelly address that.
It's a good question. The majority of the work needs to be done regardless of what model we use, what we do going forward. So the program guidelines, the operating manual, all of that needs to be in place regardless of which direction we take. That added, it's not even really additional. The direction we take with the program is going to give us focus for our professional development, which teachers would have professional development anyway. So there is a required training that anyone who teaches in the 50-50 Gomez and Gomez model would need to participate in. This would give us time to do that in the summer. And so we could have that ready to go next year. But as far as the additional work, there's work to be done regardless. So this doesn't add on any additional.
So we're just getting a direction of the work?
We're getting a direction and a vision and a focus for that.
Thank you.
So you talked about commitment from the board. So what commitment are you asking for? For the ones currently enrolled to take it through the 5th grade? Or a commitment to keep this in place from here on?
At this point, to keep this in place moving forward, to basically bless our plans moving forward, to shift the model, to shift the recruitment process, and then to continue to support the expenditures that would be in place, and the commitment to provide this program through the 5th grade for any student that we bring in moving forward.
The discussion at the on Thursday night there was there was a perception that the superintendent, administration, the board didn't really support the program, or was committed to it as much as they should be. That's perception. And of course, you know, I asked Dr. Lovett here, do we have teachers to do it? He said, yes, we do now. But you have to realize every school district